Hey, hi, and hello! Welcome back to LilyPadZ. In today's video, I'll be drawing your OCs. These are the results from my contest. Thank you to all those who participated. Now, originally, I was only supposed to choose 3 characters to redraw, but I couldn't decide. They were all so good, so I ended up choosing 6. This video is going to be broken up into 2 parts. So I'll do the next 3 characters in the second part of this video. Alright, before I start, I just want to say I'll probably have all of these redrawn characters on my Instagram page following this video upload. And if you don't know my Instagram, it's at LilyPadZ_2. That's all I have to say, so let's get into the video. First up, we have Ever by Ever Elizabeth Art. Ever is 14 years old, very extroverted, and energetic. First off, I have to say, I love the original pose your character was doing. I really liked how dynamic it was, and when choosing a pose for my redrawn version, I wanted to make sure I showed the energy your character has, or at least try to show it. I had her float in the air because she has wings and it kind of looks a bit magical, and I thought this would be a really fun pose to draw her in. I also really love your character's design. The wings were fun to draw because I don't often draw characters with wings. I mean, I do a little, but I haven't in a while. Anyways, I kind of struggled on the outfit a bit because collared shirts are not my strong suit. But other than that, this character was a very fun start. Drawing Ever was actually pretty easy, to be honest, other than the, not being practiced in drawing different types of clothing. But I actually drew out the pose that I did for her in my sketchbook before I started drawing her digitally. So just so I could practice the pose a little bit and make sure it would look right. I also decided to stick to her given design, actually because I love it so much and I think it's already super cool. Oh, also, before I forget, I love the little top hat she has. It's absolutely adorable and kind of reminds me of a circus director. Now, for the colors, I just dropped them straight from the original image because I wanted to stay as close to the original as possible. But now that I look back, I might have wanted to make a few adjustments, like making the shirt a little more cream, just so it wouldn't be so loud and blend into the wings so much, but I guess that doesn't matter considering the red detail on the wings. For shading, I did what I normally do, and I actually erased some of the shading just because it looked cool. Then I went back and added a warm glow to make it seem like there was a light source nearby. Then I started on the background. Now, originally these were supposed to be bubbles, and in the end I completely forgot that for some reason and went with shaded spears. Don't ask me because I don't know why I did that, but oh well. I feel like I probably should have stuck with bubbles, but if you close your eyes and squint really hard, they kind of look like bubbles, or maybe just pretend that they are. Also, do you guys like the new format setting? I feel like it looks kind of cool, and I like the background and not just it being a white screen. So let me know in the comments if you like it. Thank you so much, Ever Elizabeth Art, for submitting your character. Now on to the next one. Our next contestant goes by the name of Donut. Donut's character, Augustine, comes from a dragon clan, but she moved to Earth for a year to go to school and study Earth's ecosystems and its inhabitants. She's currently living with an exchange family. The family has 2 kids, a 19-year-old boy that Augustine has a crush on, and an 18-year-old girl. They're all friends and enjoy their time together. First off, I want to say that Augustine is such a pretty name. I love it so much. When figuring out her pose, I started off being like, hey, she came here to go to school, so why don't I draw her walking to school and waving at someone? Then, while drawing, I realized her original outfit probably couldn't be worn in a school setting, and just putting shorts over it didn't look right. So I changed it up just a little bit, but the plan was mostly the same. Also, drawing hands in different perspectives is so hard. The amount of times I had to change the position of her arms, like, be for real. Then I had to take another quick break and find a reference for what an arm looks like because for some reason I was struggling again so hard with the perspective of this pose. Y'all can probably tell that I don't draw poses where the hands are a big focus. See, I've gotten better, but I never actually finished autonomy practice, and I'm laughing, but I probably should continue to study it. Anyways, eventually I got to a place where I was happy with it, and I just continued. Then after that, I figured I needed to turn her around because it didn't look right, and her body was facing sideways, and her legs were facing the front. But I'm glad I fixed it though, otherwise it would have bothered me. Then I did line art. That was pretty simple and everything because I liked the sketch, so I didn't need to change it up, and I really like how it turned out. But I did thicken the line art in different places where gravity would be just to make the line art look less straightforward and more interesting to look at. Now, when coloring her, I kept the original saturation of her skin and hair, but I did brighten up her clothes just to make them pop a little bit more, and I love the way her shirt came out. After adding clothing detail, I patterned her tail and I used the same technique I did for my previous character who also had a tail. I actually really like drawing these kinds of tails. I don't know, I've never actually had any characters with that detail before and it's fun to experiment. Then I shaded her in normally and added more details to her skin and hair. Rendering her hair, I think, made her design stand out a lot more, and it made everything a bit brighter too. I also love adding these lines to characters' hair. It's something I started to do recently, and I think it looks really good. I've been trying to up my rendering process because rendering tends to make or break a character. Oh, and do y'all also like the charm I added to her phone? I think it looks really cute. In case you were wondering, it's a dragon like her. I went back and added some more to her after I already saved the video, so this is her final look. The last character is by Mirror X Maiden. She's a high schooler and she's an Optimus. Thank you Mirror X Maiden for submitting your character. I think she's super cute and I love all the pinks. First off, I want to say I really like the background from the original image. I think it's really cute, so I decided to keep that part of the image as well. Now, I think I saw elf ears or some kind of pointy ears, so I drew them in, and they might not be elf ears, but I don't know. It looked cute either way, so I kept it. I decided to only do a half body shot, considering the original image was also a half body shot, but that did give me more liberty to work on her face. I'll just be quiet until the line art because the second sketch is pretty straightforward. Oh, but before that, I forgot. I really liked all the pink tones the original had, and the background kind of reminded me of cherry blossom trees, so that's what these are in the background, by the way. I don't often draw backgrounds, so this is the best y'all are probably gonna get. I think these came out super good, by the way, and I'm really proud of myself because, like I said, I don't often draw backgrounds, but I don't really draw trees a lot either. Of course I use a reference, but I'm still really proud of them. Now, the description said she was an optimist, so I decided to have her smiling and laughing or looking towards something off the canvas. Originally, I was gonna draw another person in the distance to make it look like she was hanging out with friends or something, but I didn't do that. For coloring, I stuck to her color palette in the image, but I really wanted to give her a pink outfit. Like, the thought of someone walking through a cherry blossom tree in the spring with her pink hair and a matching pink outfit was such a big temptation to draw, but I didn't. I stuck to a design because I didn't want to change the character up too much. Now, like I said, I pretty much stuck to her original design. I even did her eyes, which I really liked. I don't usually render eyes, but I decided to do it for this image. Lastly, I colored the line art, something else I'm starting to do just because I feel like it works and looks better on certain characters. I also added a little bit of light reflecting off of her, and I'm glad I did because it looks super good. Thank you so much, Mirror X Maiden, for participating. Now that concludes this video. I hope y'all enjoyed because I know I did. Like I said before, I'll have these posted and sent out after this video is published. Thank you to all those who participated, and I'll be posting the next 3 soon. Bye!